2/3 of undergraduate students who graduated with a bachelor's degree in 2007 to 2008 had student loan debt. The average loan debt among these graduating seniors was $23,186. The average interest rate on a student loan is 8.5%. Oh, that's a lot. How much interest will a student with $23,186 in debt, a student loan debt, need to pay in the first year? So this is what we call an annual percentage rate. Since they're asking about a year here, I should just be able to multiply these two together. So 23,186 times 8.5 as a decimal, which I could do just 8.5 over 100 would be the percent, the decimal version of that. So that should be my calculation. Let's try it. 23,186, get that right? 23,186 times 8.5 out of 100, and I get 1,970.81. Did I type that correctly? Let's double check some numbers. 1,970. 1,970, 81 cents. Looks good. Do we have an answer like that offered to us? We do. Again, your numbers may not be exactly the same, so if they're not, adjust your numbers as necessary, but this is just a multiplication by the percent, because it's a whole year on an annual percentage rate. Woohoo. So for this one, problem with a new car is after you buy it, it's worth less almost immediately. And here they're saying you're estimated to lose 15 to 20% of the original value during the first year. Imagine you bought a car that costs $24,000. What is a reasonable estimate for what the car would be worth after 1 year? All right, so think about this. We're losing 15%. So starting with 100%, if you lose 15%, that means you keep 85% of the value of the car. Similarly, if you lost 20%, then that means you keep 80%. So I just want to do each of those calculations and see what happens. So I want to know what is 24,000 times 85%. And I want to know what is 24,000 times 80%. And that's a range that the car might be worth after about a year. So calculator. $4,000 times 85 out of 100, 85% would be about 2,000, 2,400. Or sorry, 20,400. Let's get that wrong. And the other one, $80 out of 100, 80%. I get about 19,200. All right, so a $24,000 car a year later is probably worth somewhere between 19 and 20,000 is what we're calculating. Let's see what answers we have to choose from here on this multiple choice version. Yeah, what's a reasonable estimate? 20,000 is in between the two numbers that we just calculated. So I'd say that's the best choice I have here. And again, there are other ways to calculate this. Like I could have first taken 15% off and then subtracted that amount, but it's going to give me the same thing. Like if I wanted to double check that number right there, they originally said 15%. So if I take 24,000 times 15%, that means the car is going to lose 3,600. And then I have the extra step of subtracting it. 24,000 minus 3,600. And there's that same number we found above in a slightly easier way, in my opinion. So around $20,000. We're going to lose around $4,000 in the car.